Everybody's laughing.
Me?
I'm not used to laughter in the morning.
I'm sorry.
Or any other time.
You realise we go back to school on Monday?
That's funny.
No. Tell you what is funny. After a holiday, I always give my class an essay to write what I did in the holiday. It's a sort of a joke. Well, part of the joke is that the teacher has to write one as well.
So what will you put?
I'll put... I went to the seaside in search of my husband who had disappeared. And went to bed with Mr. Keaton, who teaches woodwork. Funny?
But nobody will believe it.
Oh, true.
Not so sure I believe it myself. What next?
Oh, nothing. There is only coffee.
No, I meant detective-wise.
Well, still nothing. Jim's cleared off. Somebody helped him. Seems he's working in a fish and chip shop because that's his dream of heaven. Well, good luck to him with salt and vinegar. If you want to pursue your investigations, that's up to you.
Not really bothered.
Besides, I've got about 3 lorry loads of essays to mark before I go back.
Yeah, we make standard lamps.
Standard lamps?
Yeah, woodwork teachers mark standard lamps.
How do you do it?
Try to maintain high standards.
Long bits of timber.
Canadian redwood.
What's wrong?
Well, I suppose I'm wondering if we should talk about last night.
What's to talk about?
Well, it happened.
So?
Not sure.
It's possible the Earth trembled on its axis round about 1 a.m. On the other hand, there's a history of coastal erosion in the area.
The waves lapping against the seashore.
Your favourite and mine.
Don't tell me. From Here to Eternity, Burt Lancaster and Deborah Kerr. No, was it, Montgomery Clift?
Burt Lancaster and Montgomery Clift.
No, it was... Smashing. Thank you.
I'm going home to mark English essays.
I'll do standard lamps.
Where's my stick of rock?
Sir?
Well, it was you, wasn't it?
Sir?
Don't keep on calling me sir. I know who I am.
With respect, I haven't understood the question.
Sir.
Sir?
The question is, what was you doing pouncing about at the seaside all day yesterday if you wasn't to bring back a nice big stick of rock for your respected superintendent?
I was investigating the disappearance of one James Headgold, sir.
Did you find him?
Well, not exactly, sir.
Waste of time, then, wasn't it?
It might not have been, sir.
Tomlin, will you walk across the room? You take a look out of that window. Tell me what you see.
Sod all. I see people going about their everyday business, sir.
People going about their evil business. Tomlin.
He's round the twist.
Flashers, shoplifters, safe blowers, loiterers, conmen, rogues, subversives, blackguards, vagabonds.
All of them, sir?
Nah, of course not. All of them, you barn pot.
Sorry, sir.
But most of them.
He makes Stalin seem like Peter Rabbit.
I've read your report. I understand you've got this theory about a vast conspiracy that's wiping people off the face of this earth at the rate of 1 every 10 seconds. Do you want to know what I think of your theory?
Oh, I'd appreciate your comments, sir. No, I wouldn't.
I think it's a load of codswallop. Garbage. Donkey droppings, chicken shit, camel dung.
Shall I pick you up on the way?
Oh, please. I'll have a load of exercise books to carry.
Shall I see you before then?
Oh, doubt it. I've got a stack of things to do.
Washing your hair.
Probably.
Probably wash mine as well.
Right.
See you.
It's the ravings of a disordered mind.
I knew I wouldn't appreciate his comments.
I'm only trying to be constructive, son. You understand that, don't you?
Oh, yes, of course, sir. I appreciate that, sir.
Find me a couple of nice flashes. We'll forget all about this. Off you go, lad.
Blessed are the meek, but I'm sick of waiting.
You go on ahead then. I'll be several weeks.
Okay.
Does my old heart good?
What does?
Mr. Keaton and Mrs. Threadgold. Love's not so young dream.
Nothing personal, Mr. Meagan, but you are cynical, twisted, and perhaps even slightly bitter.
Oh, you think I've improved that much? Oh, allow me, my dear.
Thank you.
We were just talking about you. Behind your back.
I'm touched and moved, but not very.
You're supposed to ask him what he was saying about you.
Is it compulsory?
I was merely observing how beautiful and glowing you look this morning. Your cheeks brushed with a sheen of fulfillment.
You can buy it from any decent chemists.
Right, you lot, clear off. Go on. This is no place for children.
I'm really impressed by all this industry.
We are dedicated to the sacred cause of education.
What are you doing here?
I'm killing time to a pub's open.
My grandmother used to say, don't kill time, work it to death.
Yeah. What's she doing now?
Difficult to say.
Lost touch?
She died. Mind you, had she lived, she'd be 114 years old.
Some of the joy does go out of life by then.
Yes, you get to the stage that the only thing left is to hang around people annoying them.
Is that an oblique hint? I could wander along to the woodwork room and annoy your boyfriend.
Sir, I have no boyfriend.
He's still playing a private detective.
No, he retired.
Undefeated.
Defeated.
Know how he feels.
Is that true?
Is what true? About Mr. Keaton being my boyfriend?
No. About retiring from private detection.
Oh, yes, it is really. It seems Jim wanted to run away to a fish and chip shop, according to our investigations. I wish he'd told me first. Imagine not being able to tell your wife you want to work in a fish and chip shop. That's sad.
Do you blame capitalism?
I'll find a way of blaming capitalism.
Am I supposed to hack my way through this lot?
Did you want to come in?
It's a small, lingering ambition.
Best plan is to move things out of your way and walk forward. Look, I'm a bit busy.
Only need for the roof to leak and you'll have a tropical rainforest.
I've got to mark them all before Monday.
It's easy. 7 out of 10, a lot.
Is that what you do?
There are people in the big wide world today. Anything from captains of industry to creepy-crawly little parasites too idle to draw their social security. But when I had 'em, it was 7 out of 10 the lot. Your average human being's worth about 4. Give 'em 7, it might encourage 'em. What you doing?
Just brooding.
I've been misinformed.
How's that?
Your good lady said you'd given up being a private detective.
I haven't got a good lady.
You mean she's a wicked lady?
No, she's just a good friend.
Asked in court to clarify her relationship with Antony, Cleopatra, said to be a model and an actress, replied, "We're just good friends." What stuff is she?
Terrific.
He wanted to run away, so Kay runs away. Somebody helps him, that's obvious enough. But supposing I find out who it was or why they did it, what difference does it make anyway? He's gone and I hope he's happy.
What about you?
Me?
Are you happy?
Pretty much the same, really. Should have been traumatic.
And it wasn't.
No, I quite enjoyed it. Best half-term holiday I've had in years. Is that awful?
Is it the truth?
Yes.
Have a look in there. You'll find there's a poem by Jim about how he wants to work in a fish and chip shop.
It's a wonderful subject for a poem. Too many poems about daffodils and Grecian urns.
And there's a love poem by the vicar as well.
Unrequited?
Pardon?
There's only two sorts of love poem. There's one sort about wanting it and not getting it, and the other sort about, isn't it lovely once you've had it?
I think it's the first sort.
Well, if I can't solve this in 5 minutes, you're on your own.
5 minutes.
Pub's open in 10.
I think I'll write 7 on these.
Finished.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, perfect.
You're doing something nice.
Just a lunch date.
Good.
Nothing exotic.
If it's exotic every day, it gets boring.
So I believe.
Yes, that's a good 7. Now then, that looks like... Ooh, 7 plus. Is that all right? 7 plus?
If you feel strongly about it.
Yeah, 7 plus. Now then, this one's a bit tricky. 7 minus. It's a great system.
What the hell with that? I've solved your mystery.
You haven't.
All right, I haven't, but I think I have.
Well, what's the answer?
Let me ask you a question. Where do you find typewriters and video recording equipment?
A good second-hand shop.
In this school, eh? And all the gear you need to organize the sabotage jobs?
Yeah, but that means Mr. X is...
Somewhere in this school.
It's not you, is it?
No. I wish I'd had the idea first, but,
Well, who is it, then?
Shall I tell you something about literary clubs? They all think they're Shakespeare or Shelley or D.H. Lawrence or G.H. Eliot, but, they don't trust each other to decide, so they call in an outside referee.
What are you talking about?
Look at this. They churn out all the short stories and the sonnets, and then they get the head of English at the local school to sling out the crap, see? Edited by Miss E. Langley.
Miss Langley? Oh, come on.
She reads it all, discovers all these secret dreams about unrequited love and fish and chip shops, and goes on from there.
That's ridiculous.
Suit yourself, Sherlock. Want a further consultation? I shall be in the pub.
It doesn't make sense. What about the little yellow Volkswagen?
True. What about the little yellow Volkswagen? Hey. What about a little yellow Volkswagen?
Sir? I don't believe it.
What do you want? Fingerprints?
What? I don't know what to do.
Easy. Same as me. Get smashed out your skull. I'll have to rush. My dinner will be getting flat.
Missy Langley. 7 out of 10. See me.
Miss Langley?
Miss Langley.
She's Mr. X.
She's Miss X.
I don't believe it.
She just went off with Mick and his little yellow beetle.
But why would she bother? Oh, it doesn't make any sort of sense.
Yeah, it's what they used to say about Al Capone, isn't it?
I don't think you can compare Miss Langley with Al Capone.
It'd be nice to know, though, wouldn't it?
Nice to know what?
Nice to know for certain that it is her.
I don't think it makes any difference.
I mean, I wouldn't hand her over to the police or anything daft like that.
Now what are you doing?
I thought I might just accidentally open the door of a locker and see if there's anything inside.
I'll tell you what you'll find.
What?
You'll open the door and half a hundredweight of books will fall out.
And for your next sensational trick?
A classroom. Try the desk.
Oh, you can't! A teacher's desk is sacred.
They're always going in mine.
Well, you've got nothing to hide.
Oh, thanks very much. What's wrong?
But I heard something.
What?
Somebody following us. Supposing it's locked.
And she's got something to hide.
Or someone she doesn't want nicking.
And if it isn't locked?
Well, then she's got nothing to hide, so you lose either way.
How come?
Look, if it's unlocked, she's got nothing to hide. If it's locked, she's got something to hide, and you can't find it because it's locked.
You mean I've wasted my journey?
Well, now that we've come all this way,
Nothing to hide.
empty.
Still, that could be significant.
Could it?
Well, all the incriminating documents could be on the way to Russia by now.
Why Russia?
I don't know. Sounds good, and it's a long way away.
Try the cupboard.
Thought you didn't approve.
I often do things I don't approve of.
Yeah, I remember. Ah, nothing to hide, eh?
Just a load of files.
One with your name on.
I was married to a bloke called Threadgill,
That him?
the one and only.
Yeah, look, here's the vicar.
And his girlfriend.
Yeah, the battered lady. Oh, this one's different.
Looks thick.
Must be a lot of people wanting to leave the country all of a sudden.
Land of the Welsh Guards.
No, it's a manuscript. Isn't that what you call it?
Depends what you're talking about. It's what you call a manuscript.
Yeah, for a book. Look. Blood in the Classroom. A detective novel by Edith Langley.
Let me see. Oh. I wonder who did it.
So, what next?
I think we'll put them all back again. And I'll keep my cupboard locked in future.
Ah.
I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation.
Oh, yes, there is.
You were searching my cupboard.
I suppose that's the explanation, yes.
I think we had every right to search your cupboard, considering what we've just found.
I quite agree. But I still think you should put everything back.
Do as you're told. Yeah. I'm doing it. Doing it, look. Leave you to look at it.
If you'd like to sit down, I'll happily explain. Assuming you want explanations.
I'm honestly not all that bothered.
Yes, we want explanations.
Hey, you can say please.
Gently.
Sit down.
Wonder if we'll have plasticine today.
Shall I begin?
Might as well. I'm sitting comfortably.
Knock it off.
Just over a year ago, I was invited by the Literary Club to be the editor of their annual collection of poems, prose, short stories, and other items that I couldn't even begin to define.
Crap.
Something of the sort. The theme of the writing was escape. And all these people, including your husband, had written about how they wanted to escape from their present lives.
And you decided to help them.
It took a little time to develop the idea.
I spy strangers.
The hell are you talking about?
Old Bill.
Isn't that criminal slang for the police?
Isn't that criminal slang for the police?
Is that man a policeman?
Plain clothes.
Not just plain, they look second-hand.
One moment. Can I help you?
You might be able to. I was looking for...
Open University?
You what?
Open University supplementary course.
Is that what this is?
Yes.
Oh, really? What subject?
Social studies.
Not your subject.
Well, yes and no, really. No, I really wanted...
Pottery. That's Wednesdays.
No, I really wanted...
Woodwork?
French literature.
I'm afraid you must have the wrong building. He seems to know you all.
An old friend.
Well, not exactly a friend.
More traditional, like the final of the women's singles at Wimbledon.
But it helps to maintain law and order on the streets, and we've got to be grateful for that, haven't we?
Where was I?
You were telling us how you helped my husband disappear.
There's very little to tell. Once you've established that someone wants to disappear, it's just a great many practicalities. A job to do, a place to live, a new name, documents as appropriate.
You're looking for a drunken bore to talk to. I'm here.
Oh, thanks.
I'm trying to forget how I go back to work on Monday.
Oh, fantastic.
What are you trying to forget?
Nothing much. I just suppose in a strictly medical and psychological sense, I'm sort of pissed off.
Not easy being a guardian of the law.
How did you know that?
How did I know what?
That I'm a copper.
You told me so yourself about a week ago.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Of course, I never forget a face. We met about a week ago.
I helped you with your inquiries. Or so I like to believe.
Yeah. Yeah, you teach at that crummy school along the road.
It's not all that bad. Some of the students are merely hideous.
It's the staff that bothers me.
It's the nature of the pyramid.
Your pardon?
Education. Kids are the base of the pyramid. They're all right. Flapping around wildly, wondering what the hell the world's all about. But they've got us to tell them, teachers.
Great.
We know even less, so what do we tell them?
What do you tell them?
Very little. In any case, we tell them what we're told to tell them by people higher up the pyramid. Head teachers, local government inspectors, think tanks in Whitehall. You know what I do with government think tanks?
Fill in with Walter.
To the brim. You're a good man. You were ahead of me then.
That's because you're saying the right things, that's why.
I'm sorry you found this.
Guilty secret.
I know teaching is full of refugees.
Refugees?
people who failed at other things.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
But we don't like people to know about it.
Have you always written books?
One every year for at least 20 years. And I send them to the publishers, and the publishers send them back.
Are you telling us that all this, well, the disappearances, it's the plot of one of your books?
More or less, yes.
It's not blood in the classroom, is it?
No, it is not blood in the classroom. I selected a non-violent plot.
Oh, that's a relief.
Mind you, it depends. Doesn't it, miss?
Everything depends.
Depends on what?
What Miss Langley means is, if you go running off to the police with all you know, we might have to arrange some blood in the classroom.
To those in authority over us.
To those in whatever you say, friend.
May their qualifications drop off.
Assuming that they have any, which is highly doubtful.
Mine's called Fagan.
Pardon?
Chief Superintendent Fagan. Bastards.
Sounds a splendid fellow.
He's the pharaoh at the top of the pyramid where I work.
Well, if you'd like to leave us now, Michael and I have one or two things to attend to.
You haven't let me tie us down, have you?
But you know, he thinks that everyone who walks the streets of this town is a villain.
He's right.
When I see ordinary homespun folks with dogs and mortgages, he sees flashers, con men, paid up members of the mafia.
He's right.
Is he?
Just look at him.
Yeah, but he wants me to nick him, send him to prison, stuff like that. It's supposed to be my sacred duty and justly.
Just do it.
I mean, you need evidence.
Make it up.
You can't do that.
Some of your chaps do.
I know. But I can't do that. See, it's a special skill. I just haven't got it. Run I'm living under your spell. You see, it's like I'm all ready to play the Rachmaninoff piano concerto at the Albert Hall. And I sit down, and I've forgotten the tune.
Can I give you a lift?
Oh, Christ.
What's the matter?
After all we've been through this last week.
How do you mean?
I mean, next Monday it'll be back to school. And at the end of the afternoon, each and every day, you'll walk in and say, can I give you a lift? And soon another year will pass by, and another and another.
Oh, yeah. See what you mean. Oh, well.
Where are you going?
Sort of home.
Hang on. I want a lift.
I thought you were getting the bus.
Give me a notebook.
What for?
Give me a notebook.
Yeah, you're a bit drunk.
And so you? I'll give you a villain.
Go on, then.
Tomorrow tea time.
Good.
See you, miss.
See you, Michael.
Excuse me.
Are you still looking for the Open University?
I was never looking for the Open University.
I see.
I am looking for Miss Edith Langley.
I am she.
Oh, you are she. Well, I am Detective Sergeant Tomlin, CID, and I'd like to ask you some questions.
Sit down, Detective Sergeant.
Thank you.
What sort of questions?
Leading questions. I have reason to believe that you're some kind of pharaoh, Miss Langley.
Pharaoh?
Well, it's just a technical term.
As in Egypt?
As in pyramid, Miss Langley.
Go on then.
Right. Disappearances, Miss Langley. False names, false addresses, forged passports, intimidation. Well?
That was not a question. That was a statement.
Oh. Well, sorry. Well, let me rephrase that. Is it true that you are behind an organization for disappearing people?
Yes.
Oh, no, come on, don't deny it. I know that you are. I have evidence. I have witnesses. Did you say yes?
Yes.
I thought you'd have said no.
I said yes, Detective Sergeant.
I'll talk to you about this tomorrow.
Good afternoon. I'm sorry to bother you.
It's all right, I'm not doing much.
My name's Jim Threadgold.
Of course it is, yeah. Oh. Well, come in.
Right.
Not you. Sit down, not you. Make a place. Yeah. I'll just shut the engines off.
Have I interrupted things?
No, I'm just watching the wrestling from Cheltenham. Funny place to have wrestling, eh? And listening to a bit of Duke Ellington. Oh. Yeah, the Newport Jazz Festival.
1956.
You a jazz fan?
Paul Gonsalves played 27 choruses and the audience went crazy.
That's right.
I'm Judy's husband.
Yeah, I more or less realised. But in fact, I recognised you.
Didn't think we'd ever met.
Seen you on telly.
Oh, of course.
This is mad.
It is a bit.
Yeah, but I mean, yesterday we decided to chuck it, right? We say, right, that's it, finished. And you come knocking on the door. I mean, that is daft. It was you in the fish and chip shop, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Robin Hood's Bay.
It's better than selling bricks for a living. You and Judy stayed the night at the caravan.
Yeah, well, got a bit foggy, you know. How do you know?
I was watching. Oh, not all night. I'm not like that. I'm just curious. Did you,
Yeah.
I thought you would.
All sweeping job, is it?
No. Well, that's good. I'm pleased that she's got somebody.
Well, we haven't signed anything.
Well, don't sign anything. That's how things get spoiled. Bits of paper, contracts, vows.
You know, when we first started looking for you, she wanted to talk to you. She said you couldn't just leave like that without talking about it all, you know, properly.
Talking it through.
That's the phrase.
It always was. Any little problem we had, money, sex, where to go on Saturday night, she'd insist on talking it through.
Did it work?
Oh, it half worked. She'd end up understanding exactly what the problem was and how to solve it. I'd end up totally confused. That's why I cleared off the way I did.
Without talking it through?
I got it mapped out. Serving in a fish and chip shop and a bit of harvesting and hay-making thrown in.
Sounds great.
But if we talked it through, she'd have convinced me that it was all wrong. That all I was doing was upholding the capitalist system. Or doing terrible damage to the environment.
Blue whales and all that stuff.
We had a discussion once about buying a washing-up machine. And it ended up, that was about preserving the blue whale.
Often is.
Anyway, I just thought I'd call in, have a word. It sounds rude, but I just wanted to have a look at you close, too.
Well, I'm pretty mediocre, but I'm all I've got.
Anybody that likes the Duke Ellington band must be okay. Well, I'll have to be going.
Harvest time, eh?
Frying tonight.
Well, as I say, I don't know exactly what our plans are, or if we've got any, but I'll look after her. If she wants me to. If she'll let me.
Yeah. I wish you would. Like, I'm not sure how to put it, but she's wonderful, you see. She's bloody wonderful.
See.
Also, she hates jazz.
My husband, Jim Threadgill, that one.
Came round my place this afternoon. Came just as the wrestling was starting. Left just as the football results were coming on.
What did he want?
Well, he wanted to know that you were all right. And I think he wanted to know what I was like.
Am I all right?
More or less, I told him.
Great.
Well, he...
And what are you like?
I think I managed to convince him I'm dead ordinary.
Oh, well done.
Says you're wonderful. But you don't like jazz.
He's right about the jazz. Is that what he said?
Wonderful. Bloody wonderful.
I hope you agreed with him.
Oh, I did. Well, I do. He knew about us staying at the caravan.
Did he?
He'd watched the caravan. Well, he realised we'd been there all night.
Was he upset?
Didn't seem too bothered.
Wonderful.
That's what he said.
on, I'm not wonderful. But I am full of wonder. Look at that. That fills me with wonder. Now, Jim would look at that and just see a large fish. No capacity for wonder.
No, you're wrong.
I beg your pardon.
I said you're wrong.
Explain yourself, sir.
Your Jim knew about Paul Gonsalves.
Who the hell's Paul Gonsalves?
Saxophone player with the Ellington Band.
Jazz.
July the 7th, 1956, right? Ellington's playing at the Newport Jazz Festival. Band's... it's in poor shape, right? Everything's a bit tatty. Taking them all the time to show up at all. Audience is apathetic. Yawning, scratching themselves, some of them on the way home. Anyway, Ellington plays this tune, and Paul Gonsalves has a solo in it, right? Just a couple of choruses.
So?
So... something wonderful happened in that band, eh? Inside Paul Gonsalves, somewhere. Do you know, he played 27 choruses. The audience went wild. That band was reborn.
You're talking about a group of musicians doing their job.
I'm talking about a man who eventually killed himself.
Don't tell me. Drink and drugs.
No, killed himself in pursuit of the wonderful. So that fills me with a sense of wonder, right? And it fills your Jim with a sense of wonder. So when you say he didn't have a sense of wonder, maybe it's because you weren't looking properly. Or in the right places. Right?
Here endeth the lesson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize!
Forgive me if I'm intruding.
Go on. Intrude.
Give your hand with those. Huh?
Wow.
I'm very good at writing addresses, if that's what you're doing.
Got a pen?
Never travel without one. Might have to sign an autograph or two.
Work from that list. Everybody on the list wants one of these.
Yes, miss. Don't worry, lad. We'll see you all right.
If you read it, you'll see it isn't about Wales.
Isn't it?
Save the children. Carry on just the same.
Tell you what, I think I'll carry on just the same.
According to the report on my desk, the teacher woman's disappeared, and the young Hell's Angel, he's disappeared. Don't be daft. Other people may disappear, but sure as hell policemen do not disappear. Send somebody up here at once. It doesn't matter, anybody. I just want somebody to shout at.
Any idea where Miss Langley's gone?
A new and better life.
It's an illusion. I've tried it lots of times. All the new and better lives turn out to be just as mean and tatty as the old ones.
I dare say.
And you've got young Neville to console you.
He'll come in and he'll say, "Do you want a lift?"
I'm not going to say it, but car's outside if you're interested.
See, we do try.
Thanks, Neville. And I'll give you a cup of tea as well when we get home.
Wow. Ask for 2 lumps, you never know your luck.
You ever been hit over the head simultaneously with 2 standard lamps? It's called stereophonic concussion. Never mess with woodwork department, right? It's daft.
Tell me what's daft.
All these people, like your Jim and that vicar, Miss Langley, Mick, all shooting off to a new life, all that stuff. We're just sort of stuck here.
Thank you.
Oh, no, it's very nice and everything. These biscuits, smashing.
Have another one. But man does not live by digestive biscuits alone, that's what you mean.
Well, oughtn't we to be doing something?
Well, we could vow that we will love each other till the end of time. But I'm not sure that I want to vow anything of that sort, especially on a Monday.
First day back at school and all.
Suicide pact appeal to you?
Not really.
Hemingway says that the only proper end to any story is the death of the central characters.
What's happened to him then?
He died.
I see.
Whereas in Charlie Bubbles...
Phone?
Yes. The hero just climbs into a balloon and floats away into the sky.
No, no head for heights.
Oh, me neither.
Charlie Chaplin just used to walk down the road, didn't he? Way off into the distance.
Right.
Yeah. Difficult knowing what to do, really.
Yes. More tea?
Oh. Damn.
Two lumps?
Cheeky monkey.
So?
Yeah.
Just muddle along, day at a time. Find something to wonder at.
Blue whales.
Paul Gonsalves.
It's not a proper ending.
It never is.